Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Live from the Pod podcast, and I'm one of your hosts, Miss Terry Party. And
we are here with your boy Tim Party. You know what I'm saying? Checking in. What it do?
So today, I want to discuss. How people think their spouse don't know what's really up with them.
Sounds a little.
And so,
telling.
The people like to break it down and get just for y'all to understand what I'm talking about. Have you ever been in a relationship with somebody, or are you even in a relationship where you got somebody with you who like two-faced, or like they move different around you from how they move around somebody else, or it just
the momentum.
Yeah, the core, that's the stuff that they think don't nobody see.
Right.
Even if they ain't talking to you, they talking around you or doing it around you. And we don't give our better halves or spouses or just partners, whatever name you want to call it, we don't give them people enough credit for knowing exactly who we are.
Okay. So how can we talk to the people and give them an inside window on what we're talking about, as far as what does that look like in real life terms?
So I know this couple, right?
And
the girl, every time I'll be around her, she talk about everybody she know like a dog real bad.
Okay.
But she still be friends with them all the time. Every time you see, she still friends with them.
Okay.
But she just talk about everybody like a dog.
All right.
And I see it, he see it too. We ain't never talked about it together. Me and the dude, we never had this conversation and said, man, this girl. We ain't never did that. I don't even talk to him. So, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? We don't even socialize. But every time I talk to this girl and she talking about somebody, I tell myself like, ooh, I ain't telling her nothing, because I know she gonna talk about me. The way she talk about her friends, ooh.
Wow.
And so, but, moving right along, when they get into it, I done been around the people when they got into it before. And first thing he tell her, you fake, you this, you that. He don't have those conversations with her like on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
But I know that he see it because I see it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we take the opportunity to say it when we mad at one another instead of addressing each other right there on it. So, people will look at that like, you just trying to say something to get under their skin.
Right.
And so basically, I just want to talk to those people who think don't nobody see them. Like, people see what you're doing. Don't be thinking that you bigger than folks. And people see through you. You think that you hiding so good, and you think that you're doing such a fantastic job of making yourself appear to be something that you are really not. And I'm gonna just say this: if your spouse see you, that's one thing. But see, a lot of y'all don't understand that. You probably not gonna come in contact with a whole lot of people who don't. And we live in such a just unauthentic world where people who see it really don't take advantage of the opportunity to help that person and tell them.
Right.
And most of the time, because y'all not accessible to it. Like, if you fake, you fake before everybody around you know you fake.
Of course.
Because recently I've been in a situation myself where I was like, I was in a situation. Usually I'm not a gossipy person. I don't, I'm not going to sit up here and lie like I ain't never talked about nobody. I done did that before. But usually I try to shy away from being that type of person. And especially if I'm going to be around you all the time, like I try to defend people who are around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to defend their honor. So the last thing I want to do is just talk bad about them.
Of course.
You know, or just find things. Because we so bad at just looking at people and just picking them apart, every single thing they do. Like we so good, but we are not. Nobody is. You know what I'm saying?
So, what should happen if you have a situation like that and you're trying to okay, let's just say I got a situation where I myself find out that I'm guilty of this. You know, I want to know, what do I need to do? How do I, because it sounds like to me, if you're in a situation like that, you know, saying like you said, your spouse knows you, you know, the gig is up. How do I come back from that?
First of all, you need to be real. But see, and then not only that, I did like, okay, so how do you come back from it?
Yes. Like, if that's your situation, is there a solution?
Of course there's a solution. The solution is for you to be real with yourself. Because like I said, you know you fake before everybody around you know you fake. Because it don't feel, and I know this because I've been there before. See, I've been a person who talked behind people back before. And so I know that when you doing it, you know you wrong when you doing it. It don't feel good in your spirit. It got a little aftertaste to it. You see what I'm saying? It's like this little feeling like, you know, you kind of know you was wrong because you finna go and be around this person or something like that.
Yeah.
But see, this my thing too. Like when your person see you for your unauthentic self, like that kind of stuff can lead you, like, and we don't think like mine. And then see that the crazy part is, I'm not gonna say it because with men, it's probably like one of them things where I don't think men are as two-faced as women are. But it's the thing where, you know, you ain't check your friends on some stuff, but you would check your female on it.
Right.
And see, a female is paying attention to that. Like, hold on, why you can't have cojones around everybody? Like, why do you just have to exercise your cojones with me? You see what I'm saying? And then with a dude, like with a female, it's all the way across the border. You being fake, you being weak, and then at home, like your family see something totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you try to identify yourself with what you are and what you do on the outside of your house, but really the real you is what your family know.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And the whole part of me beginning this conversation was to, you know what I'm saying? That's where we be looking like at our spouse like they doing something weird for stepping out on us and stuff, but like we don't really be looking at what type of person and what type of example we set. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell people what to look at. You can't tell people what to value in you or what to look at you and say, okay, that's not nice. People are going to do it holistically. They're going to take you for everything that you are.
That's true.
And a lot of times in the society we live in, people are going to like point out the negative in you before they do the positive.
So,
and if you got a lot of negative connotations to yourself, like that's really something to look at.
So, okay, so let's do this then. Situation you notice or whatnot. What goes on to where you can have a dead giveaway to, if you're a person and you're out and you're around people and stuff like that and you see some things, what can be some signs that, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying, I think this person or people may be suffering from this? And what's your position in that take? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, because really, like, I don't got nothing to do with you being fake. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's you, that's your personal journey that you got to deal with. The only way I would deal with that is just not telling you my business or just not being around you, period. But when it come down to the person who chose to be in a relationship with you,
right,
that's what you need to be looking at. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could be with somebody who really don't appreciate that fake stuff you be doing. Like you met them on some whole different energy from what you in right now. And
Right.
people don't like seeing it.
Right.
You know, and then it can even go like even with me. Like I've been guilty of like letting situations I don't like, letting them slide. In the moment, I let the situation slide, and then I talk about it to my husband later on.
Okay.
And my kids hear me talking about it.
Okay.
So you got this thing, you done let somebody slide, and then you talking about it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't address it. You talking about it, and now your kids hearing about it. But then guess what else? The drop off is where your kids see you being back in these folks' face again.
Oh, so it's like the old, you know, you're not standing on what you're talking. So you're teaching them how to lead with themselves too.
Yeah, you teaching your kids to
go back
like,
and
to
renege
have,
on a hazardous situation.
Right,
potentially.
right.
Most
and
definitely.
so you know what I'm saying. That's why I had to get myself. I got sons.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need some courage going on around here. I need to build up my boys to be courageous. So with that being said, like they gotta see an example of it from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even though I'm the mama, you know what I'm saying? And they don't say it's like the whole thing. Holistically, they just need to see courageous people. You see what I'm saying? People who stand on theirs. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. And what's more important about that is, you know, like you said, as a mother, there's things being a mother with sons, you know what I'm saying? There are things that you want to portray to your boys as a woman, so they can learn how to deal with certain women themselves, so they can pick right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
because
that's hard too.
because we got this sad connotation
I didn't even
that
mention it.
yeah, we got this sad connotation that, you know what I'm saying, boys will start to think that girls deserve certain passes, right? And you as mother, you can allow those passes, right? You can allow them based on the way your kids see you move, right? Mama did this and it was cool, so you know what I'm saying?
Such a great point. Yes, you are so right. Like, yeah, you got to think about what type of model you are.
You want to set that standard when they're children.
Yes. And then see, like a lot of us, we think just because we talk it that our children, but like a lot of stuff your parents said, you didn't listen to it. You did what you saw them do.
Right, and they're doing what they see you doing.
Right.
And it's your job to protect your children. You claim you love them. You know what I'm saying? So you got to protect the energy that's around your children. So my thing is this right here. The part where, you know what I'm saying, people move like these certain ways that they think people can't tell what's going on with them, but the spouse can, right? And see, this is where this becomes a problem. You're doing all this, you're doing all that, you got these things going on, and you're claiming to be this. Get somewhere, things don't go the way it's planned, and you have a meltdown. And just think about it like this. Earlier that day, you had a whole lot of cap talking. You know, fake setting your standards and saying you this and saying you that, and then, you know what I'm saying, and your spouse go and watch you
soon as somebody call
react
the
a certain
phone.
way. You know, you talk about people to your spouse. Go around those people.
Or you might not even talk like because I see men like because a lot of men don't be wanting to hear you talk about people. Like, girl, I don't want to hear that. Get out of my face.
Right.
So what he do see is like you on the phone.
Right.
Talking real crazy to your friends, like y'all talking about her, and then it's like, that's why men be able to get over on women the way they do. That's another reason, like we don't be understanding, like that's another one of them reasons why, because it's like, man, that shit's so goofy. Like, look at her, like, you know, it make you look like you don't even know what you doing.
Right.
It make you look like, what is that? Like, huh?
Hey, man. That's a turnoff, man. When somebody watch you say one thing and you do the other, that's the same thing as that.
Yes,
that's the very same thing as that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay in your lane. You gotta pick.
Like every 5 minutes, you don't fuck with your friend no more.
Right.
Every 5 minutes.
And you got a man or a woman sitting right beside you, watching you go through that and do that. They're watching you bait and switch and turn.
They watching you not know what to do. They watching you not know how to move. That's what's going on. And we be looking at that like it's real. It's not that big of a deal.
It is.
But it's a big deal.
It's a very big deal. I'll tell you why. Who do I want to speak to? I want to speak to, man, look, I ain't gonna lie. These were a lot of the hoes inside of the relationships, you know, a lot of the big giant holes poked in the side of it. I talk to the women. Look, check this out. You want your man to lead you, and you want him to take care of business. You want things to fall off on him like things usually are, right? Yet, you're not an honest woman, right? And so what happens is you get up and be a very fake person, right? And they watch you. Your spouse knows every area and every iota of where you're fake. They're watching you, man. And let me tell you something, love. At the very moment where a dude, you know, comes to terms with himself, like, man, you know what? She doesn't know what she's doing. Yet, this is where women get that wrong. Let me tell you where this becomes an ultra turnoff. You want to be the leader as well. So you want a man that can take all the flack and take up all the slack, clean up the dirty work, and yet you want to lead him too. And that's already a contradiction in itself. And you don't even know how to lead. Like, why not even, especially if you have a man, why not even let him do it? You see yourself constantly miserably failing at this. You're very bad at leading. You're very bad at taking care of all this stuff. That's probably why you're failing at it, because it's not meant for you to do it. That ain't you, sis. Everybody need to turn their TV off looking at these fake ass actresses. Understand that's a show or a movie that you're watching. Fake boss up and try to lead, man. You can't lead men like that. It ain't how it work. If you actually build a true partnership with your partner, y'all can probably get somewhere. But the moment where you want him to be a man and then you want to be the man too, and then you fail at it, you just a joke at that point, right? There's no respect with that.
And then a lot of men, they love their women so much, and then like you just think, you know, because you getting dogged out and cheated, like really you probably getting cheated on because you too much to deal with.
True
but
story.
that's something different. But you know, if a man with you, that's because he want to be there.
That's most definitely.
And you know, like, and y'all, a lot of y'all, you know, you'll get a pass for being all fake. You know, he ain't even addressing you on it probably at some point because he realized like you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
It's like one of the things like, hold on, this person, you really doing it?
Right.
Like, so it's one of them things where it's very clear and concise. Like, you obviously have no idea what you're doing. Right. And they don't want to hurt you and say it. That's why the only time it probably come out is in an argument. You see what I'm saying? Because like doing that type of stuff, it just bleeds insecurity anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
That's why.
Then you want to boss up and be cussing them out and be doing this and that, and then they watching you run up behind your stanky booty friends.
Man, look.
Who you just got through talking about.
Don't know about it.
Watching you constantly fall out with these folks. And then like, you know, and then we do this thing. I cannot stand. I'm getting so tired of women thinking that they good people. If your kids and your man don't feel like you a good person, you ain't no good person.
9 times out of 10.
Like 99 times out of 10, 99% of the time, you with the people who in your house. Why would you judge yourself on what you presenting to people? Like, that's the image that you present to folks. Right. What the people in your house see, they see what's the real you. Right. And that's what people ought to be able to go by. Like, and a lot of y'all ain't that. Right. You real good and you real sweet to everybody outside your house. And I'm talking about everybody outside your house, cousins, whatever, all that. You good to all these folks. Yeah. But then like your spouse and your family, they don't see that.
Man, that's a learned behavior, by the way. A lot of times we picked it up because we saw that along the journey of growing up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit, they're goofy, man. How you gonna go and give love to the ship next to you and your ship has got holes in it?
And like it's so, and it's not just insecure. Like that's mean.
Oh yeah,
It's evil. You know what I'm saying? Cause I done heard girls talk about like, oh girl, we finna call her, and you know, cause it might be a nice girl in the clique. We finna do this. We gonna get her to pay for it, and you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no money. Call her. We don't want her to go, but call her. And then you doing stuff like, oh girl, we went out. Did you see what so and so had on?
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a
lot.
It's real messy, and it's like, how you walking around talking about you a good person? Like, you know, you can look at it like, oh, it ain't that big, but like that's all females. Like, you gotta be big. You gotta be better than it. Like some females, that's your conversation ain't about nothing but that. It's nothing else to you except for gossip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
what do you have to you? Ask yourself, what is my personality?
Right. If it's not about cute clothes or
somebody else's business,
people relationship business, and what they doing.
You off.
Yeah, like what do you talk about?
What else is there to you? Stop being a bag of.
And I'm gonna tell you something about
bullshit,
men. Like
man.
Men like to sit around and actually talk about stuff.
Hey.
They actually like to. Some of them. I'm not gonna say all. Some of y'all might be sleeping with somebody who like to gossip with y'all.
Welcome to Live from the Pot, by the way.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like some people actually like. Yeah, it needs some men who like to sit up and gossip with some boys. Some males who like to sit up and be gossipy with their female. That's true. You know, but for the most part, like if you one of them who probably ain't. Like if you going through something with your dude, you know that you probably one of them type of person. Like if you got a dude who's stepping out on you a whole lot, and I'm not saying this for everybody, but like for women who like kind of can't keep nobody, or you always having these relationship issues, and you feel like, you know, people, and I'm gonna tell you, not only do your spouse see it, your friends do too.
Man, see, they ain't gonna tell
friends,
you.
And they not gonna tell you. They just gonna talk behind your back, or they gonna laugh at you.
And your dude sometimes, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It just depend on the guy, you know, because sometimes telling you that sometimes the way to explain and express that it really has to be explicit. And by a lot of dudes being good dudes, man, they ain't gonna tell your ass the raw truth neither, though. The way you need to hear it. That's why you stand into arguments, because in a way he try to tell you, but you don't listen. Don't nobody want to say, man, you a big motherfucking lying motherfucker. You a big piece of shit, man. Don't nobody want to say that to you, so you dealing with stuff like people going mute on you. Don't nobody want to talk to you. Don't nobody want to deal with you. Don't nobody want to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You go into those dark spots like that because you might be the person that no one can get their point across to.
Yeah, that's the point I was gonna try to make. Like we gotta get ourselves more accessible to hearing the truth out here. Like,
we don't want to hear it.
It's very narcissistic. That's a very narcissistic trait to not want to accept the truth.
If I asked you what's your personality, what would you really say? If I told you take 5 seconds right now and think to yourself and ask yourself, what kind of person am I? What are the traits of my personality, right? Like she said, am I worrying about my beauty as a main squeeze? Am I worried about somebody else's business? Am I worrying about who likes or sees me all the time? All day. Are you nagging about shit? Worrying about who like and who don't like you, right? Trying to be the baddest bitch when you step. You know what I'm saying? Without a certain like, if none of that shit is sewn into your purpose, what is your purpose, by the way? You wasting your time if that shit is all purposeless.
Right. And
you know what I'm saying?
That's the biggest thing.
What is your purpose? What are you here for? What do you love to do, right? What skills do you have? Do you enact on that purpose? Do you enact on those skills? Are you doing anything towards it? Or are you just fucking complaining? That's probably step one of where you're wrong at, right? Like, a lot of us are born here thinking that the world is supposed to give a damn and just offer us what we need. And it's not like that. You got to be a fighter in the right fight, man. You got to understand, you got to fight for your life and respect. You understand what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck owes you anything? You out here in the world, this is a jungle out here where people are out here scratching and pulling and stabbing to get where they got to get to. They going in on it. They're disciplined, changing their diets, exercising, feeding their minds with the right stuff to listen to. They're taking care of their damn business, bro. Yeah. Losing sleep and time, and you're not.
Yeah, cause you too busy trying to look like you doing what the people who are really doing it.
That's why they take all the real credit for it. That's why you look like it a little bit, but then when it's time for the plane to fly off the ground, you still on the ground.
You
look like an airplane
on the ground when the plane take off.
You look like a plane until the engine started. When them engines started next to you, that shit blew you backwards, didn't it? Because that was real planes right there. Them people really put their work in. Model. You know, it's okay to look at them and take what you need to take so you can teach yourself. But if you're gonna actually model something, actually model this shit.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, a lot of people, like, you just take what you want to take because it's really simple. The recipe is really simple. But see, a lot of people don't want to do their real work.
Right.
A lot of people, so it's like, man, I'm okay. I'm gonna just take the shortcut.
Right.
And that's what, like, and when you live in a shortcut lifestyle, that's why your plane don't take off.
Right.
I would really much rather look. I want mine to be real. If I don't get it, I don't want to look like I.
If I'm not a plane, I want to look like what belongs on the ground.
Right.
If I'm not a plane, I tell you what I don't want to be. I don't want to be a plane that is on the ground. Don't that look goofy? What if you pulled up to an airplane at the red light, bro? Would you really be the person like, dang, that's so fat, cuz driving the plane?
Nah, I'm like, what's wrong
like,
with
what the fuck going on? Why are you in traffic with us?
Yeah.
Right?
You're supposed to be in the air.
Right? So my thing is, if I am on the ground, I want to look like something that belongs on the ground. So basically what I just told you, I chose my lane, picked that junk and stayed in it. Right? I am what I am. And I don't fake that. One day I might, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm going to say this. If I'm just a little engine of a car, if I stay true to that, one day I might develop into a plane, bro.
Yeah, but like everybody, you got to be true to where you at in your process.
First, and put that work in.
Yes, that work.
I'm going to give you that work. And then I'll be a plane. Now, guess what? Now that I'm doing it, that's when the people around me like, man, one day you're going to be a plane, bro.
That's what the plane's gonna tell you.
Yeah, that plane's gonna tell you that. Your spouse gonna tell you that. Your kids gonna tell you. Man, I see the upside. Hey, you going? You headed there now. I can tell. Mm-hmm. Also, the same way they see that, they see it when you faking.
Yep.
People can see that motherfucker right there think he a plane.
And people ain't gonna tell you because we are not receptible to the truth like we supposed to be.
You really want the truth. You really don't want life without truth. A lot of people claim they want truth. They ask you a million times, but they don't really want to hear what you got to say. When people ask you for the truth most of the time these days, they actually ask you to lie for them. Bet me on it.
Yes, that is. Oh bet my God. Yeah.
When a motherfucker say,
they want to hear what they want to hear.
Hey, tell me, hey, is my skin color ugly?
With your ugly skin.
You're supposed to tell me, no, it is not.
Don't be the person be like, well, it can need some adjustments. You can use, like, if you start using cream, you know, them spots.
That's the worst.
Blah, blah, blah.
Like when you're a friend and you're trying to give your partner that honest truth right there.
Man, she gonna look at you
in the
so
worst
ugly.
position. You in the worst position in life right now. You better off telling that friend, man, nah, your skin fine as hell.
She finna call somebody quick.
Or tell her the fucking truth. Look, you better off being the friend that's gonna say, nah, you fat. Or like, yeah, you real fucked up. Like, you better off giving one of those decisions versus trying to do the friendly thing, the middle road, and like, you know, we can do some improvement. They don't want to hear this shit.
But that's the real truth.
That's the real truth. Hey,
like, and nothing has to be the way that it is.
At this second, I'm talking to the friends who show that, who got narcissistic ass friends like that.
I'm gonna tell you though, but like the friend who wanna tell you the part, you ain't never gonna hear nobody to tell you the raw truth, and you're not gonna get nobody to tell you none of that. You only want to hear what you want to hear.
That's the problem. You need to hear what needs to be said.
Or like you can have them friends who say it to you and say it in a funny way. But like when you put ha-has on shit, it just take away from all the real.
It showed, and you got people who do that too. And see what that tells you. If you got if your friend circle is like that, to where everybody be like, man, did I do some low down
Ain't
shit?
nobody gonna
Did I
grow.
do some low down? Man, you did. Haha. Like, you don't need friends like that. That's one of your problems
Them
right
the
there.
kind of
But
friends
you
we
want them
want.
friends.
Yeah.
That's your fault, man. You know, hey, all I'm saying is that's not the way you're supposed to be. Everybody has a greater, brighter purpose put here in this world. And I want to talk to all my people who don't walk around with these narcissistic tendencies. I'm going to go and tell you the truth. It's safe to stay the fuck away from them. Right? Because what makes them narcissistic is the fact that they're not in favor of getting better. They're in favor of just getting their way.
And can I say this? Narcissistic people cannot thrive unless they have people to prey on.
Who are codependent.
Like narcissistic people are like vultures. So like when you get your shit together, they don't got no choice because then they don't have nothing else to feed on.
You hear what she's saying? So I'm gonna read between the lines for you what that means. If you're a woman or a man and you're dating a motherfucker that's very narcissistic and very controlling and very ego driven like that, they probably mess with you because you might be the type of person that's in the position to where you had a hard life. Things didn't go out smooth for you. You were treated very unfairly. You had been picked on and shit. Folks ain't respected you and shit like that. And you date them.
They love to expound on this.
They love to put that in your face. Motherfuckers you ain't shit. Don't nobody fuck with you. Hey, that's very narcissistic behavior. And I want to talk to you. You complete them. I'm trying to tell you, without you, there's no earth to walk on, bro. Like, narcissistic people need codependent people like that, man, who've been very damaged in their life. It's been through a lot of trauma, man, because it's only through you that they will have the audacity to try this shit on. Now, for example, go in your mind and remember a time where this person went head over heels to fuck your day up, right? Talk about shit that wasn't worth it, petty, and was real strong about it, and went right around somebody else and kind of followed up behind them. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? How many times has that happened in your life? Where you don't watch the motherfucker just damn near tear the whole house up, call you every name but a child of God, and go run right up behind somebody else and let them make that person sad and everything. Make them lose their whole way. You sitting back like, damn, I thought you was a boss. I thought you was tough. I thought you was tough, man. I'm letting you pick on me. Man, you don't give nobody 5 minutes with that shit, man. Set your standard, person. Yes. Set your standard. Find your self-love. Get yourself into a position to where motherfuckers got to know whenever you call my line, it's got to be respect on the phone. Nothing but that shit. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't care. I don't care what's binding us together. I don't care what brought us together. I don't care what's on the line. You on the line.
Right.
You on the line.
You are on the line.
You set your standard, and you may teach them how to set theirs and get off that fuck shit.
And if you don't, that's okay, as long as you get yours.
Hey,
as long as you get yours,
I'm
that's
just keeping it real, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why your shit. We help people who are like that. We assist them.
And like we coming up on that mark, but it's just remember I was just telling you about this girl because, like you said, that just made me think about how like you might gonna get, you probably not, cause I seen this girl just recently. Like I went to school with her and stuff, and you know I'm always just disassociate myself with social media. Okay. So I had been gone off social media for so long, and then I finally got me another page. And then when I seen this girl on social media again, okay, so the first time, like she was like looking like she had this wonderful life, and you know she was married, and you know she had beautiful kids and everything. Like they were her kids and her family. You know they was always together. They was doing family stuff, trips, out in. Then I go back on social media this time, and I didn't like her name wasn't the same. And she was hanging around people who were classes lower than her.
So she kind of had friends that were she was doing better than them basically. Yes. In ways, right?
But see, that's what narcissistic people do. You know what I'm saying? First they try to thrive with their peers. Then that don't work.
Yeah.
And then they go and find people who are evidently, it's just very evident that, oh, okay, you over there power flexing. You over there trying to have your way. And like, when you, like, please let people be. Let them go and let them to their devices and go and do that. You see what I'm saying?
Before we get out of here, I'm gonna offer this tip individually. We'll start with women. In a narcissistic man. Ladies, you know, when you see this type of trait from your man and stuff like that, and he's become unbearable and trying to run your shit like that into a way where it's unhealthy that way, you have to set your standard. But I'm gonna give you a few individual tips real quick. So as a woman, here's what you do. And if the dude that you're with, you know what I'm saying, depending on how headstrong he is and stuff like that, let's just turn it up all the way to the max like that, right? So the first thing you do as a woman, I'm just going to give you the benefit of saying that you're not the most sweetest thing walking around on earth. You're not the most soft-spoken thing on the earth. You know, we kind of running out of women like that. But just a mild-mannered woman. Let's say, all right, let's start with this. I want you to develop this moment in your home right now. Calm down. Soften up a little bit more. Clean your house. All right? Clean on your bed. Clean out your closets. Clean your restroom. Clean your kids' room. And clean your kitchen. Right? And then last, top it off by cleaning your walls real good. Watch where I'm going with this. After you do all that, I want you to get all the laundry in the house, right? Including his, right? It's your man, right? Let's get all the laundry, all his clothes and stuff like that. Wash all of the clothes in the house, your kids, everything. Separate everything very finely. Take his stuff, iron them. Get everything crispy, man. Even on his iron the underwear if you want to.
Oh my God!
Let's go in. Let's go in.
Going with this,
fold it up very nicely. Hang up his shirts, hang his jeans up, hang his coats up. Fold them nicely in drawers, however you all's house is set up. Hey. Write a nice long note explaining everything that you had been through, but in the nicest way that you possibly can. Right? Letting him know how his spirit is very demoralizing to you. Right? I'm finna let you put your femininity on display real quick, baby. Check this out. Let him know how his spirit has been very demeaning to you and how it's wanting you to free yourself from your feminine essence and step out of the world on some savagery, right? Like telling him how you really admire his ethic, you know? Like, I mean, why are you with him in the first place, right? Just judging that even that itself is in a perfect position, right? So what you do is you tell him, man, like, I've been wanting to step out in everything, man. All the compliments I've been getting lately, all the guys coming up to me wondering what's wrong.
With a narcissistic person?
Hey, with a narcissistic guy.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, no, we going there. Because look, let me just You put all that out there, right? Because in part of this is getting your power back. And I'm just telling you how you do that, right? And you put that shit on their note. Don't tell them that you done something and shit like that. This ain't the right time for all that. But you just dance around the fact that guys notice the hell out of you and they're concerned, because let me be honest with you, it's probably true. Bruh, men know this real, man. When your gal is out here and she's a damsel in distress, you know, a lot of women fake that shit and, you know, just to get attention, but men are watching that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, men are watching that shit. But you just put around there like, you know what I'm saying? Guys are always trying to help make sure I'm okay, but I dodge them because I want us to have something. And what you do, you let him know I've prepared the house for you to continue to grow in. I got everything sorted out where it goes. Your socks are here. Your underwear are here. Your shirts are bright white. They're folded, ironed, ready for you to go to work and be the man that you are and go and kill it. Spray it with some perfume, put some lipstick on it, put a kiss on it, and leave the shit out of him. Ooh. Why? Why, Tim? Why that way? Hey, man, the whole reason why this situation is moving the way that it's moving is because we have only one energy in the house establishing its dominance. And you, judging by you, ma'am, you've probably never established yourself at all before you met him. You never get respect in any of the situations in your life.
And people, narcissistic people, they see that and they prey on it.
They will take that
goodness in you and that purity in you.
Put the pedal to the metal on your ass. And what you just did in that moment is put the pedal back. Right? Now, one or two things are going to happen. This person is going to be who they are still, or you matter enough to the point where they're going to change. Right? And the way that they change is this here. You have to set standards. I don't know. Throw one in the air. Tell him that he has to go see a doctor. Tell them if he doesn't do X amount of sessions and shit like that, you ain't coming back.
Yes.
Because we need to take this shit serious.
Set your standard. Let him know.
We need to take this shit serious.
You ain't going through that no more.
If you don't go seek counseling, if you don't go seek counseling with the proper proof, matter of fact, I go with you a time or two. I don't know. How crazy is the nigga? I don't know. But that's the standard, bro. That's the bar. That's how you come. What do you want? Are you dating a woman or you want a little girl? Real men gonna understand and respect that motherfucking shit. Like, oh shit, man. Really, honestly, she just standing on hers, bro. She told me, man, look, this shit unhealthy. It ain't moving right. It ain't made for life to live in. And the only way that this shit is even gonna pop off that way is I have to do this. He's either gonna say, you know what, I respect it, or he gonna be like, man, you got me up, you got me fucked up.
Well, he can't say it while you gone.
Hey,
so.
That's a wrap. So he stuck with that option. Now, men, let's talk to you, bro. With your narcissist ass woman. This one,
same thing.
Let me tell you, this one is different because when women fly off this end, they kind of get to go and dwell where they want to dwell because women have protectors and saviors in the motion of their narcissism. Right? Let's go into your scenario. You're probably a dude, probably a good dude, got a family with your girl or whatever the case may be. You want to go to work, you want to take care of your business, you want to help out, right? But you as well, just like the woman that I gave the story to before, you grew up the foul way, people treated you wrong, no one respected you. Folks think your life was funny and shit, right, bro? And you meet this woman and you realize that you kind of go through the same shit your folks put you through. Talk bad on your name, you know what I'm saying? Think they can use you for your kindness. This is what you do, fam. It's a little different. Because the way the culture is set up today, in today's time, with all this feminism and, you know what I'm saying, a lot of women don't want to establish accountability. This is how you got to play this player. At the very moment when you realize that that's the situation that's going on for you, because men and women think different, right? Told y'all that on last episodes. Men, we live in the past and the future, right? All in order to establish our destination on where we are in the present. So we always like to take logic from the past in order to bring it here to get to the future. So we're never just really dabbling in the now like women do, right? So because of that, in the last instance, I told y'all for the woman to set up this whole little thing to get the man attention, because logically, that's what happens. You stole and robbed this nigga attention when you do that. You hijacked his shit. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Why you do it like that? Why you clean? You got the walls all shiny and shit. I can see myself in them. And you just gonna leave me like that with the kiss lips on the paper and the smell good on it, man. I miss you, baby. What the fuck going on? I don't understand. You just pulled a real one on it. Yeah, exactly. What you did is actually you did some logical type of shit. Something that typically you would think men would do. Set up the whole, like, plan through and through. All right. But men in this scenario, because your woman run the household, let's just keep that shit 100, bro. That's why you don't sleep good at night. For some reason, you don't want to. You like, man, I don't want to commit a first 48 in this motherfucker. But she run this shit, and this shit is killing me. So as a man, you got to learn a different tactic, bro. At the very moment, at 2 a.m., whatever time it is that you realize, like, damn, this where I'm at with this shit. Get your ass up and leave. No love note. No spray of cologne on the letter. You can't leave a kissy smile on the little thing, but you can, you know what I'm saying? No little swag on that note. None of that. None of that, none of that, none of that. Why? Even the women that's listening, why do men get that kind of, why you can't tell the women just up, buck, and leave? Because, yeah, niggas really placing your bet. When y'all do this shit, women, up, buck, and leave, that was an emotional response. You really didn't fully think that shit really through. You mad right now. So 9 times out of 10, you'll be back. Right? Because you're going to start questioning yourself a day or two later, like, did I just up and leave like that? Right? But I just gave you all the way you can use your feminine power, ladies, to say to leave in a logical way and then set your standard. Now, men, you've been setting your standard all along. Women rarely set their standards in situations like such. They just acquiesce. You, let's be honest, bro. Like, you ain't that kind of pussy, are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure every day you like, man, you got me real fucked up. This ain't how we finna do. I thought I said we was gonna do. I take care of mine as a man. You feel me? You got me fucked up.
Yes,
like you got a nigga fucked up. You're always setting your standard. Problem is you're not enforcing it, right? So she knows what you want. Women, bruh, she know exactly what your problem is. A lot of time the narcissist nigga don't even understand what, you know what I'm saying? They don't even know what you want because you so quiet, because you acquiesce too much. But you better believe, dude, with this narcissistic ass females, bro. Like she knows what you want. She know what your rules are. She know what makes you thrive, and she know what the fuck hurts you.
And she done told herself you ain't going nowhere.
You hear that, right? You hear that? I'm just letting you know, man. That's why you at that very moment get your ass up and bounce. And I don't mean to sound crazy. I know this is crazy, but ain't nothing crazy than what you're going through right now, is it? Ain't you stressed out? The more you leave behind when you bounce, the realer it is too, fam. What? Yeah, player. I don't mean to sound like it. This ain't no female tactic, bro. This real. Like, what you just did when you jumped, all you took was damn near your phone. If that. What you just told her was that, look, baby.
Leave the phone and the phone number.
Look, baby. When you dipped, this is what you just told her. To her, you just said, I'm down to lose any and everything to get the fuck away from your monkey ass.
Cause it's your manhood or else.
Now I want you to take a little quiz for me real quick. Guess who can't take that shit? The fact that this nigga done got up and went without everything in the middle of nowhere to get the fuck away from me. He had the audacity. He had the tenacity. He had the courage to pick his ass up and go off into life. The same energy that men use and supposed to have anyway. The same masculine charge that men possess anyway. He picked that shit up, turned it on one morning, and just vamped, bro. I'm talking about this nigga gone. She on the phone with everybody. He just left me. She in tears. He left me. He's willing to lose me. Where is he? What is he doing? What woman face is he in right now with his little standards that I always shut down? What woman's presence is he giving his quality to right now that I know he possesses, but I just don't respect that shit? This is what she's thinking. She's thinking, damn, who light bill he putting in $200 on like he do ours? Right? Whose top cabinet is this nigga reaching in to grab the sugar down from? Whose little kid is he walking around the block with like he do ours? Sitting up playing video games with like he do ours. And yet she comes in there with some lemonade and rub him on his shoulders. He probably doing this shit right now, girl. Like, whoa. Her friends like, he do that kind of shit? You just call us and talk shit about him. Exactly. She's wondering this shit, and it's all about see with men, bro. I'm telling you, bro, it's really like a little game, right? It's all about who can hold out the longest. The thing about manhood is, bruh, where we are as a generation now, as a culture today, no one fucking knows this shit good enough. Your elders, your dad probably don't know that shit. We got an overpopulation of simping going on. You hear you either simping or thugging, my nigga. You either licking ass or you killing motherfuckers. That's like the balance that we have today, right? Ain't no in between. Ain't no, man, I'm just walk this shit with my purpose and spread good love as I go, but protect myself if I fucking need to. I'm ready. It ain't none of that going on enough. So the reason why you have to play that game like that is because, honestly, fam, she kind of don't even know what the fuck a man is. Women get around and they cultivate women, little girls. Guess who else? They cultivate us too, nigga. Like, how many of y'all listening had a dad or a real good male influence around growing up too? No, nigga, the women been running this shit, fam. That's why you have to jump the fuck straight up and say, hey, man first. Man first. And you go. And she's gonna sit around for a while and say, he gonna call. We ain't even playing that game. When you go, you going for your purpose. You ain't even thinking about that bullshit. You going for your purpose. And when she finds out that's what you're on, then you set your standard, bro. It's been 4 days you ain't tried to call her. You ain't posting nothing on Facebook like that. She looking like, man, what the fuck going on? And you look unbothered with it. She finally hear from you, and you so into what you're doing right now, you can't even really get her that conversation on why you left. She know why you left. In fact, that's what you know why I left. Look, what's up? What you need? I'm trying to build something real quick. I just want to make sure you're safe, and if you ever do come home, you know it's gonna be something hot on the stove waiting for you. Like, damn, you cook now? You like, look, I follow what you on there. You ain't gotta set no standard like that, fam. Until the day if you decide to go, if this person, cause women, they shapeshift, fam, and that's why you can't just go right back, because she'll be sweet. Your woman, when a man leave the house, she'll be sweet right there. She'll be sweet. She'll sweeten on up right there, fam. You gotta let that shit sit in stone. You gotta let her have some nights thinking about this shit. Don't let no woman steal you like that. I'm gonna tell you why you don't let no woman steal you like that, bro. Because women can't drive that car like that. You talking about a household and a family? You don't let no woman drive that car like that, bro. She sit up front with you, right? You are the main driver, bro. She drives when it's time to, when she needs to drive, bro. Because when it comes time to make that hard fucking fault decision, that hard decision on what y'all finna do with the last of y'all money, that hard decision on who finna go answer that door that look like somebody sneaking in at 3 a.m, that's you, nigga. And if that's you, you are the fucking driver. You are the driver. This is why you have to establish your dominance as a man. And if you have a narcissistic ass woman around you, you up and buck and leave. She'll do it to you because she think she runs shit. You up, buck, jump, and leave. And if you get to the point where you start watching her and she's moving and behaving like the woman you need her to be, and then you give her a call and you let her know, hey, when I come home, this is what it is. I'm not bullshitting with you. And you keep your firmness, man. And then you'll be able to lighten up and go on and do what you need to do with your family and relax, man. But you need to know at all times that this shit can't be there. And she needs to go to the fucking doctor too, bro. Let's not get that shit twisted. She need help. Right? And the part where it came where you tried to help, it didn't work because that's not your position. You're not a doctor. And plus you have your own issues. To even be with a person like that, you got your own issues, bro.
Right. Agreed.
Set your standard. Get your ass up. Leave. Women, set your house up like that and then leave and set your fucking standard as well. You know what I'm saying? That is a tool that will throw all that fuck shit off. And if none of that works, hold your heart, good riddance. Hold your heart, keep it pushing, keep steady, and just keep it. You can't live like that. There are a lot of people that you can deal with that are narcissistic in their way. That's a dangerous state of mind to be in. People die over this shit. Right? And not only that, your kids watch that kind of shit.
That's the biggest thing. You want to show your kids a better example. On either end, if you have sons or daughters or, whatever kind of what you got a boy or a girl.
Right.
And me as a mother, I try really hard. You know, it's just very important to me for my children to never see me disrespect their daddy. And it's also very important for me to for them to never see me disrespected.
Right.
Oh, and it's just both ends. On both ends.
Balance.
Like, I need to be a mom. Like, if I cuss and yell at my husband, then it's gonna be normalized. So when they get a girlfriend, it's gonna be normal. No, you don't we don't want that.
Right.
We don't want that. That's toxic.
It's very toxic.
That's not healthy for you as a man for you to have someone sitting up in your face cursing at you.
Hey.
And you definitely don't want to try to overpower your woman or disrespect her or try to talk crazy to her. It's a two-way thing.
It's a two-way thing.
It's a two-way
definitely
thing.
Man. We already got a low supply on good men out here. Don't let yourself be bent over and fucked like that, bro.
Yeah, and especially if you got a daughter, or because you know, if you that type of man, you letting your daughter sit up there and do that, you know, she seeing you get bent over by your wife.
Yeah.
Who's to say she's gonna end up with a man just like you? What if your daughter run into a man who she can't do that with, and then she get beat up? You see what I'm saying?
Man, dig that.
Like, how would you handle that? You see what I'm saying?
Check that out.
Like,
what do you really say if you really are the man that's trying to really fix this from the root? All right. This guy just beat the brakes off your daughter because she came the way your wife comes.
Right.
How do you really go chase that guy down, or do you really go to the source and you go home? She's acting just like you.
Yeah, and dude ain't going for that.
And I taught my daughter to accept this shit. And now she getting the brakes beat off.
Cause see, you got some women who teach their daughters how to fake it. Like, we got a whole lot of women out here who know how to play like a good lady until they get what they want, and then they let the cat out the bag.
Exactly.
So she gonna get in, and then think she can play them games, but then see, he don't play them games.
He don't play. What about that? What about that dude that don't play? Your daughter is in foreign lands, man. She gonna need some help, player. And so you got double work to do.
And with these females, I don't understand what it is with these females that you feel like it's okay to disrespect your man and your boy see it. Like, you are defeating your boy. Normal. You defeating your young man before he even get to that age.
How? Explain to them how.
And then it's gonna make you mad when he grow up and he gotta beg you for stuff, or he out here losing. Like, I don't know why my brain already think that far ahead. I cannot stomach the thought of my sons being disrespected by a female.
Hey,
I cannot stomach the idea of my sons being horrible to somebody.
Hey, that's the way you're supposed to.
And see, the thing, and that's another one of the main reasons why I feel like this podcast is important, because y'all raising my kids' peers.
Hey, you did. And I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you. When it comes to some fuck shit like that with kids, fuck your kids. I'm daddy. I'm letting you know that right now. When it comes to children and my children's safety, first and foremost, but let's talk about a part of the safety where we don't talk about their mental stability, their experiences with being bullied and shit, and being picked on and shit, and being nah, we ain't doing that. So when it comes to, I'm gonna teach mine.
Yes.
I'm gonna teach mine. You're gonna teach yours what you teach them, or abandon them, however you do. But when it comes to that, mine come first.
Yes.
And like she said, she's raising hers amongst you all's, or raising you all's children with the energy that you're using. And it's like, hold up, what we gonna do if we raising our children the correct way and y'all raising y'all children like a piece of shit? You know, you don't want a world where you got to keep your kids in a damn bubble.
And
so I'm letting you know.
Our sons to be is this off topic?
Because this is what happened when you're a narcissistic parent.
Like, you been dead wrong by dudes for so long, so you do this thing where you tell your son that he needs to be good and he needs to be a gentleman.
Right.
I'm not telling nobody what to say to their own kids, but I tell my kids, You give a female the same respect she give herself.
Come on, man, that's law.
If she out here like a hoe, you don't have no business trying to pick her up and tell her she ain't got no business doing it. No. You at the same level she at. You can't help her. You need to move forward and keep doing what you doing. We, like, young men always feeling like they gotta help females because they fucked up because they mama's telling them you gotta be a good dude.
Yeah, he probably saw
no,
himself
you
trying
be
to,
good to what's good to you.
The same little young niggas that you see out here trying to save females, the same young nigga that was trying to save his mother back in the day when she was fucking up.
And she wasn't nothing but just a hot pants.
She wasn't shit.
Real retarded. 45 years old while he probably 25 and she still fucking off. Still doing the same shit.
Type shit.
And he's still trying to save her and still trying to pick these other females. If she on the ground, leave her there.
You hear that?
Like, that's what I tell my sons. You cannot. You 18 years old. She 18 years old, baby.
Man, that's
she
one
not
thing.
Your child. You can't father that.
That's true. That's one thing the rappers didn't lie about. Don't save her. That's real shit, man. It's law. You know what I'm saying? It's vice versa too, because a lot of these women, they try to find them a fixer-upper dude.
That's
a dude where they
though. It's different.
Let me tell you where that shit. Content. A lot of them women that you find that try to want to fix dude up here, I'm trying to tell you, them are the narcissists.
Exactly. A lot of times the dudes who trying to pick these females up, they are simps. They are the young men who, you know what I'm saying, they mama told them to be a good boy because she always got treated like shit. I want you to be good to these females. Right. No.
Right.
You need to be good. Keep it real. If you a hoe, be like, son, like, right. But females don't know how to have that conversation where, you know what I'm saying, they don't even understand that they not a pig. So you can't relate it to your sons, but like you gonna do your sons a real disservice trying to tell them be good to females, and you know you ain't no good.
You know you ain't no good, shawty. You know you ain't no good. Look at the quality of your life. Look how things are going for you. It's not happening for no reason. You know, so all we wanted to do was spread just a little. Obviously, like every topic is always a lot more to talk about, but we wanted to really expound on life living with a narcissist in the culture we are, in this pot that we come from. Everybody in the bottom of the pot trying to crawl out. Take that shit serious, because as you can see, if you were with a narcissist and you've been there for a long time, you probably see that shit really ain't never changed, has it? Take this serious. Use the little tactics and methods that we just gave you and go take heed to it. Contact us if you need to talk about this in depth more. Baby, give them our handles so people can, come and reach us if they want to find and talk to us about a little more personal matters. We here 24/7 if you need.
Yeah, so you can DM us on Twitter or Instagram and Facebook. It's all live from the pot. And on YouTube, live from the pot. It's all live from the pot.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, live from the pot.
On the Twitter, it's at _ live from the pot.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get better with that, y'all.
Nah, we good. Hey, at least we starting something, man.
It sure is.
It's _ live from the pot, and the IG is strictly live from the pot, right?
Yes, it's live from the pot. And also, when you searching on Twitter, make sure you capitalize each letter from in the beginning of each word. It's all one in one, but LFTP, the beginning letter in each word, is capitalized. And you can find it that way.
Hey, we're gonna change all that and get all that stuff corrected and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We starting. This is some of the talent we have. It's tied into our purpose, and we're on it. Are you?
Get on it, please.
Man, look, I want to appreciate you all for joining us this afternoon for another edition of our Hot Topic broadcast. Talking about the real things that go on with us in our generation and our culture at this time with our peer group that we can't find anywhere else. In this pot down here in the what you call the hood, the streets, urban, whatever you want to call it, man. Look, we are all that we have. even in this culture that we live in as black people, there's a lot of portion of black people that don't want to fuck with the pot. You know, they get on, they don't want to rap with you. Even the people who speak conscience matters and things like that are real, they don't want to talk about this shit either. You got a lot of people who trailblaze in our culture today, and they like, look, man, fuck them niggas that's down and out like that, man. They can't help us, they can't join us. And I gotta be honest, fam, I understand their message when they say that in ways, but the heart is real here, and I just want us to offer a voice for us, man, for you all, man, for everyone who's from the pot, and we just can't seem to get out there, motherfucker. I ain't trying to save nobody. I'm just trying to put the seeds out there where it matters. That's my purpose. That's what I'm here for, and now I don't apologize for it at all. I appreciate you all for joining us from Live from the Pot. We'll have more content soon. Live videos coming soon. Social media are going to be blazed up soon on YouTube, Facebook, IG, Snapchat, all that shit. We going all there. We taking this all over the place because there's a certain topic and conversation that needs to be talked about that is amongst us that the last generation doesn't understand, and the younger generation, they don't understand. They aren't there yet, right? Peace out to you all and enjoy your evening.
Bye, y'all.
And watch out for them narcissists, man.